Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday here in Forza d'Agra, and I wanted to show you what it's like to go down the hill from Forza d'Agra down to sea level. So I'm just going to keep the camera like this so you can see the switchbacks that we have to deal with. Okay, and that basically is the whole route leading up to and down from Forza d'Agra. And now we are headed to Castelmola. And this is a castle way up, even higher than Forza d'Agra. So about a 45-minute ride. This is my last day here and the last day of the entire trip that led us from Liverpool to London to Palermo to Forza d'Agra, and a couple points along the way, such as Savaco, or I should say Savaco, and Taormina, and now this other place, Castelmola. So we're gonna head over there and just enjoy the ride. We're on our way up to Castelmola, and we're about 7/8 of the way up, but we stopped off here at this vista point. My God, it's a straight drop down, literally. Look at this. And we'll continue further up. We still got a ways to go. I can see there's a bus up there on another switchback, so we're gonna keep going up. So, what a view. We're up here in Castelmola. And just to give you an idea of how high up we are, yesterday we were in Taormina, and that is down there. That's Taormina. And you can see the soccer field where the cable car went over it. Now we're going up there. I'm not sure the exact height, but this is way up high. And as usual, we have Etna off in the distance over there. Howdy. I'll show you Etna in a minute. There's Etna over there, spilling. And what I think we're gonna do is get up to this maybe elevator and take it to the top. We'll see. I don't know the game plan here yet. Okay, so apparently the elevator is not working. So now we're up in this big plaza here. I think what we'll probably do is take a little walk around here I'm not sure about how to get up. Maybe you walk up this way and you just walk up. We'll figure that out in a minute. Today is going to be exceptionally hot. It's going to be about 91. And it's probably going to be hotter on top of this hill we're on. Or a mountain, whatever you want to call it, because we're up pretty high. And right now we're just taking a walk down here. You know, there's typical shops and hotels and restaurants. I think we just passed down here. So really what we're doing, we're just tooling around. Want to go up here, guys? This stairway? And there is a way to get up to the top. We may see it, but we're kind of peeking in shops right now. I think there's a couple more shops up ahead. Sign for the Castello, but look what they did back in the day. Whatever they could use as fill with the mortar, they used. We're gonna head up these stairs. Part of the view we're seeing now, this is the plaza we came up in. That's Taormina in the background. And look at that 5-masted schooner, or whatever you want to call that. 5 masts on that boat out there, if you can see it. Unbelievable terrain. And where we stay is up on this hilltop over there. So we finally made it to the top. You can see the top of the elevator that isn't working. But look at this. Wow, got an old cannon here. So apparently this is some type of old fort. Now look at that. Way down below. You almost get a little bit of vertigo being up this high. That is a beautiful view. Unbelievable. I'll flank Etna with these 2 trees. See Etna over there through the haze. Still billowing. So this is really nice. Nice way to spend my last day. We wanted to get up here, beat the heat, and then we'll sit down at the restaurant, have a nice little lunch, and then get back to where we're staying over there in Forza. And then probably go ahead and hit the beach and enjoy my last afternoon in Sicily. I've already checked in with my flight, and just in case you're wondering, my flight is headed to Boston via JFK. At JFK, I'll go ahead and catch another flight to Boston. And I will tell you this. My flight was scheduled to leave at 10:35 tomorrow morning. And last night, I just happened to go ahead and check. And my flight had indeed been updated when, I don't know, it could have been yesterday, it could have been months ago, and I just didn't notice. But my flight is now leaving at 8:55 in the morning. So that's a big difference. Excuse me. So that's a big difference. It's an hour and 40 minutes. And so we'll be getting up at 5 in the morning, and my friends John and Sue will cart me off to the airport and dump me there. Good riddance and all that good stuff. And then I'm on my own to catch my flight over to the USA. And that is, by the way, a 10-hour flight. So fortunately, I believe it's 10 hours from gate to gate, you know, kind of once those doors close. So that's probably the longest flight I've been on in a long time. So this will be interesting. 10 hours from Catania to JFK, and then another hour and 10 minutes or whatever it is from JFK to Boston. So, but look at this view down here. It's wild because all of a sudden it flattens out. You have the mountains over here, but the landscape flattens out for probably what looks to be about 30 miles or so anyway. And then you have Etna up here. Beautiful view. Well worth the hike up here. You do have to walk up, and it's getting hot. So for some, that could be an issue, but well worth it to come up for the view. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing about coming up here. It was a lot of switchbacks. It's a lot of switchbacks just getting to Taormina. And then you had to go up a great many more to get up to this point. And we are parked in a parking area right down here. You can see the white cars there in that park. I don't know if my finger's on it, but you can see the two white cars next to the van. That's where we are parked. And basically we walked all the way up here. It wasn't that bad, but you are at a higher altitude and it is hotter. So there's a bit of a journey today, but it's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous to be up here, to enjoy this view. One of my last views of Sicily. I should say this now, this has been a great trip. Flying into Liverpool, experiencing all that, then going to London, experiencing London, which I've been to before, so I was happy to get out of there as well. And then going into Palermo, experiencing Palermo, and now to end it here, where after the madness of London and then Palermo, the solitude and quietness, the tranquility of being in Forza d'Agra and places like that. Now Taormina, it's not crazy, but it is busy. It's busy there. So that's not quite included, but the views are great. This area here at the top of the world is very quiet. Very quiet. Like, if I look down here, there's no cars on the roads. Way over here, there's a bus. You can maybe see it. Oh, here comes a bus now. So there's not a lot of auto traffic. But then once you get down to Taormina, that's when it gets crazier. And then eventually you get down on the autostrada, or you can take the coastal road, which goes through, the coastal road goes through the little towns along the way, or you can take the autostrada, which bypasses those little towns, but you pay a little toll too. All right, so I think my friends are ready to go down, and we're probably gonna go grab a light lunch on the way up to the top, to the Castel. Got this beautiful little patio here with the shaded trees to get out of the heat, because it is getting hot. And then you have these beautiful views overlooking the rooftops, along with the Ionian Sea. This is what this is. This is the Mediterranean, but it's also the Ionian Sea, I believe is what it is. Nice little plaza here, coming from the castle, with a restaurant right next to it.